In this lesson we're going to learn how to use the chain rule. This first part is going to be quite formal, but in the next video we're going to see how we can use our understanding of the chain rule to do this using a shortcut. Okay, so let's look at the theory before we do an example. So imagine that y is a function of x. Now what we do first of all is, to make things a bit simpler, we say let u equal that inner function. So in this case, let u equal g of x. So that means now y equals a function of u. Now if u equals g of x, we can differentiate that in the way that we always have done, and we can say du dx equals g dash of x. And if y equals f of u, we can differentiate that to get dy du equals f dash of u. Now what we're going to do is we're going to assume that in this expression the du's can cancel out, so that we have dy dx equals dy du multiplied by du dx. Now that isn't technically true. It actually goes back to one derivation of differentiation from first principles, where we use delta y and delta u and delta x for small change. And if that's the case, if we accept that dy dx equals dy du times du dx, we get that dy dx equals f dash of u multiplied by g dash of x. So that means we differentiate the function of u with respect to u, and we multiply that by the inner function, the g of x, with respect to x. Okay, let's put that theory into practice. So here we've got a function of a function. Our first function is 4 times another function to the power of 8, and our inner function is 3x to the 5 plus x. So the first thing we do is we let u equal the inner function. So if u equals 3x to the 5 plus x, we know that du dx equals 15x to the 4 plus 1. Now if u equals 3x to the 5 plus x, then y equals 4u to the 8. So we just change the 3x to the 5 plus x for u. So we can differentiate y with respect to u now, so we get dy du equals 32u to the 7. But we know that u is 3x to the 5 plus x. So we're going to change that u back for 3x to the 5 plus x. So we get dy du equals 32, open bracket, 3x to the 5 plus x, close bracket, to the power of 7. Now, going back to the theory we had before, we've got dy dx equals dy du multiplied by du dx. Well, that means we're going to get dy dx equals dy du followed by du dx. And that's all there is to it, and we do that over and over again. In part 2, I'll show you how we can think about this in a different way, which gives us a shortcut so that we can go straight from the question to writing down the answer in one step. In the description below you can find a link to a worksheet that has questions that you can try on your own. I hope you found this video helpful. Staying in field with Winfield.